The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Live from Collierville, Tennessee, Worthy Road Studios and the BallGame Blitz Sports Network proudly present USJ Bruins football. And here we are, right here in the control room. You actually get to see my director, BB2, also known as Billy Boland II. We are all cramped in here tonight because this is, shall we say, one of the more undesirable conditions that you have to play a high school football game, but we're going to get it in, and that's our good friend Paul Schultze, who you just saw a cameo appearance from right here. He is the executive producer of Worthy Road Studios. Everybody's going to get into the picture before tonight is concerned. But tonight the Bruins are here in the Memphis area in Collierville on a hurricane-influenced Friday night against the Griffins of St. George's. Hello again, everyone. I'm Steve Beverly. It is good to have you with us, and I have a feeling there are a lot more of you who are USJ fans who are watching us than are making it over to the game tonight with every good reason. We have a driving rainstorm that is coming, and it is coming in buckets, almost horizontally, as we are experiencing the remnants of Hurricane Helene, and our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone who has been affected by this. I have a number of relatives in Perry, Florida, that last night when the worst of it came through and winds were gusting up to about 90-plus miles an hour, there were some homes that were destroyed there. And so it is really a time for us to pause and remember the people who are trying to recover from that. We are getting the back end of that storm, but it's just going to make it rather difficult as far as traction. And you're going to see a few guys slide on this field tonight, even though it is in very good condition. Well, the Bruins are looking to keep their unbeaten streak alive tonight. They're 5-0, and last week they proved they could win even on a night when the offense was not putting up points like tacks on a bulletin board. It was old man's football and a defensive struggle that went to overtime and ended on the trusted foot of Cooper Sykes as the Bruins won it 13-10. Cooper was our player of the game as he delivered 2 pressure field goals, including the game winner. It was a game the Bruins never led until the final play of overtime. So right now, let's go back and take a look at the highlights of the Thrilla in Medina. A 31-yard field goal to win it. Place down, kick up. Good!
As some may have turned pessimistic, Cooper Sykes put smiles on every USJ fan's face with this 31-yard game winner over South Gibson.
Well, I was shaking. I was coming on the field. I was completely shaking. But the main thing I thought was I'm not going to let the guys who I've grown up with for 14 years play football with lose their game against South Gibson when we want to get that revenge from last year. So the only thing that was going through my mind was win. That was all that I really thought about.
Once again, Cooper Sykes.
Earlier, Sykes put USJ on the board with a 40-yarder. It would have been good from 50.
Good! Which was the tougher for you, taking that shorter field goal at 31 or the longer one at 40?
Oh, definitely the 31. I was, for the win, it's just a little different pressure. You can practice all you want on the practice field and up at USJ, but it's different. It's different under the lights.
This hit chilled the hearts of the Bruin faithful as quarterback Corbin Howard was knocked out of the game. That left the keys in the hands of sophomore Caden Creech.
I mean, it's probably my offensive line. They got it done. They get it done every week in and week out. So, I have to give it all to them.
In the fourth quarter, Caden
it's a screen pass out to the right. And picking up and laying down. There goes Noah Spencer. 20, 15, 10, 5. We've got a brand new ball game.
For you, I mean, I rep it too. You know, you could see me. I was out on the field. I was running around. You know, it's just a fun experience.
I was like, we've been waiting. We couldn't break through the offense, and finally I see a hole. Alex stood blocking on the perimeter, and I ran down the sideline. All the fans getting out. It was like, proud to be on this team.
And on a night when Noah was held to 60 yards rushing, he never doubted the resolve of his teammates.
It means everything. It shows how we grit. We don't give up. We keep playing. We keep fighting. We have adversity to play through it. It's amazing. We got a great team.
Congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Well, as for the Griffins, last Friday just wasn't the evening for St. George's offense. They had to suffer through a 42-0 loss at the hands of the Davidson Academy Bears. That was a dramatic turnabout from the previous week when the Griffins put 36 on the board in their first victory of the season. The loss last week dropped St. George's to 1-3 for the season, and before I continue on, this is exactly what it looks like here tonight at St. George's, and you can see on the USJ side of the field, we've got about a half dozen fans who have braved it so far. They've got the big umbrellas out there, but you can see in the glow of the spotlights how heavy this rain is coming down, and just since our broadcast started, it is even more so, and our meteorologist Christian Bryson tells us not to expect a let-up of this by any sincere thought of the imagination tonight. It is going to, again, this is an excellent field, and so it handles a lot of water, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to see some slipping and sliding tonight all over the place. Now, two of the challenges tonight for the Griffins, depth and experience. St. George's has only a 30-man roster with just 3 seniors. Actually, there are 4 seniors on the roster. 11 of the 30 are freshmen, so it is taking time for Coach Andrew Atkins to rebuild this program. He was named head coach this season after taking the role as interim coach last year. Now, he is familiar to some of you fans in the Jackson area because he is a former linebackers coach at Northside High. But those 4 seniors, Amir Wilson, Jaden Smith, Finn Barry, and Jackson Jones, will be counted on for leadership on both sides of the ball tonight. As you see, I don't have to explain it anymore because you can tell it in the lights. It is a miserable night in the Memphis area. The remnants of Hurricane Helene are here. Thank goodness we do not have the heavy winds. That's not going to affect us, and Paul Schultze is giving us a little bit of a zoom in. You can see how the rain is coming down, and we really just don't expect a let-up of this as the game progresses this evening. So it is one of those. Some people have asked the question, why are they playing it in this tonight? Well, one of the challenges that you have in trying to find a makeup date is the possibility. Look at that coming down there. That is absolutely, you just cannot, it is hard. And I really have to salute a lot of the folks who have come out and at least have made their way here to Collierville tonight and are going to try to get through this one. But it's going to be a challenge to get through this one. This is one of those driving rainstorms that I have called a few games in my lifetime, and they are not fun. And for the players, of course, trying to get a grip on the ball is one of those things, and both teams have to play with it, and you have to know that when that occurs, it could open the door for fumbles, things of that nature. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But despite all of this, high school football goes on, and it is USJ against St. George's on the road. And we'll have the toss of the coin and the kickoff right after we visit with the people who make these streaming sportscasts possible. And those are our fine sponsors.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory. No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, "I'm going to Jackson."
Beauty House Social, Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting this broadcast. Jeremy Little, Shelter Insurance, 189 West University Parkway, Suite A, Jackson. Snyder Equipment, 1311 Lower Brownsville Road, Exit 74 on I-40.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory. Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating, 668-3339, for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
Great American Sports, make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard East in Jackson, we specialize in team sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your team sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, "I'm going to Jackson."
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Why rent an apartment when you can lease a home? The Summit in Jackson offers 2 and 3 bedroom single-family homes with lots of amenities. Enjoy the comfort and space in a gated community with smart technology, ADS security, and no maintenance. Short and long-term leases are available, so visit our website or call to schedule your tour today at the Summit in Jackson.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first, then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
For over 60 years, King Tire Company has been a trusted name in quality tires and auto care, proudly serving the Jackson community for decades from our Old Hickory Boulevard location with tires, alignments, oil changes, AC repairs, brakes, belts, hoses, radiator repair, and more. King Tire Company delivers the expertise and reliability you can depend on. Visit King Tire Company on Old Hickory Boulevard in Jackson today, where decades of experience meet top-notch service.
Beauty House Social, Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
At Dynamics Physical Therapy, we help our clients get back to doing what they love. Dynamics is now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B, Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Beauty House Social. Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Well, the entrances are not that spectacular tonight because you have the captains for the Bruins who are coming out here. They're doing everything for the rest of them to stay dry this evening. But there are your four captains for USJ tonight. And, of course, last week's player of the game, Cooper Sykes, as well as Ben Melton, Bryant Barnes, and, of course, the tall guy over there on the left, Wallace Driver. And they will be coming forward. And as we showed you before our commercial break, this is a driving rainstorm tonight. Wind has picked up a little bit. It is not anything even close to even tropical storm intensity, but this is one of those that you take a look at and you say tonight, all right, it is going to be a challenge at times probably for vision for these players. And you can tell from right here where we are, where the Griffins have come on to the field, St. George's is going to have a real difficult time with depth tonight because they only have 30 players. There you see it right there. And it has been going this way almost since we got here about 5:15 this afternoon. If anything, the intensity has picked up. And we're about... And there are our USJ fans who have braved it. They've decided no matter what. I love the guy. I wish I could tell who he is. I love the guy who's over there in the fatigues, over there in the camouflage. I mean, he is ready for this one tonight. And the rest of the Bruins are about to come onto the field. And here they come in this absolute buckets, cats and dogs, whatever you want to name, bones, everything else that's coming out of the sky. They're going to face this one tonight. So the big challenge is maintaining control of the ball. That is going to be a real challenge tonight. One of the key things also is, in particular, since they had last week, Cooper Sykes was really the deciding factor in the game, including the game winner that he kicked from 31 yards out after a missed 22-yard field goal in overtime by South Gibson. And this is a big one tonight because we are in our region play, and you're talking about the Bruins now trying to start out 6-0 and to prove that the first half of the season was no fluke whatsoever. I will tell you, this is one night that Brandon Shields has not picked against the Bruins, but the thing is that many times when he has predicted that the Bruins would lose, they would win. So I know a lot of the fans are hoping that it is not going to be inverse tonight. But the Bruins are going to have a significant advantage as far as depth tonight. But anybody who decided to make their way down here to Collierville tonight inside of all of this messy weather and it is amazing to me. I grew up seeing these things come up mostly the east coast of Florida, but when that storm came inland last night at about midnight our time, just west of Perry, Florida, where I have lots of relatives, it was amazing to me as to how fast that hurricane picked up speed, and the extension of it is being felt all the way in Indianapolis this evening. So, it's breaking apart. It's not even really a tropical depression now, but what it has left behind is the kind of driving rain that we have tonight. And so we are about to have the toss of the coin with the captains. Steve Beverly with you tonight, and as we mentioned, the man who is pushing the buttons for us this evening, our director, is BB2, Billy Bolin II. Here come the players. On replays tonight will be CR1, also known as Christopher Reasons, and, of course, your camera chief tonight is our executive producer, Paul Schultze. The captains for St. George's, Amir Wilson, Jaden Smith, and number 8 is Finn Barry. They are 3 seniors, as well as a junior, Jack Walliver. He's number 11. With football, you have to play in just about any kinds of conditions. I have called football games over the years in, believe it or not, worse than this. I called one night many years ago down in South Georgia. I called the only 4-0 football game that I ever called, and both of them were when the center snapped the ball over the quarterback's head into the end zone and out twice. All right, the official is not yet signaling. He has said the Bruins have won the toss, but they have opted to take the option in the second half. So they'll get the ball in the second half, and Derek Pritchard likes to do that. Many coaches do now. And so, now we're going to turn it back around. Apparently it was St. George's that won the toss and opted to hold the option until we get to the third quarter, so the Bruins will receive the kickoff. He tapped both guys on the shoulder for their respective teams and then waved the no-go at the end of it. And we're going to have your national anthem, and then we'll have the kickoff for tonight's game.
Has your home comfort gone to the dogs? Beat the heat this summer with Jackson's most trusted team of technicians at McCoy's Heating and Air Conditioning. Our York-certified and trained technicians can repair or replace your HVAC system, keeping everyone cool so you don't end up in the doghouse. Sit, relax, simply call or go to our website. It's wonderful to chill knowing you always have someone by your side. Your HVAC system's best friend, McCoy's Heating and Air.
Perkins Restaurant and Bakery on Van Drive has been part of Jackson and Madison County for more than 25 years. We're more than a restaurant. We love our guests as family, and we enjoy getting to know you personally. Come anytime for our $5 breakfast deals. Buy 3 muffins and get 3 free from the bakery. Our Wednesday specials, or all-you-can-eat catfish Friday and Saturday nights. And don't forget, free pie Mondays. Perkins on Van Drive in Jackson.
For over 60 years, King Tire Company has been your trusted source for quality tires and auto care. Since 1959, our family-owned business, now managed by our 3rd generation, has proudly served the community with 3 locations: East End Drive in Humboldt, Old Hickory Boulevard in Jackson, and Airways Boulevard in Jackson. From tires and alignments to oil changes, general repair, brakes, belts, hoses, radiators, and more, King Tire Company has the expertise and service you can count on. King Tire Company, keeping you on the road since 1959.
Mallory Hill, what a great job. God bless them.
They are out of our camera range, but there is a representative group of the student body of St. George's that I think they're enjoying every minute of getting soaked out here. They could bring some shampoo and probably get a nice hair wash this evening because this is not going to stop. But we hope you're going to enjoy it, and particularly if it just was too harrowing to try to make the trip. And I will tell you, there is a spot or two along the trail from Jackson to Collierville that it's puddling up, and they actually had traffic going slower as we were on the way here this afternoon for our preliminaries. And Going back to kick is going to be the sophomore, Eli Payne. And here we go. And this is a deep kick. Back to the 12. And it's Noah Spencer, and he's going to roll right. And two men can't bring him down. He may be caught. He's trying to get away from him, and you know how he dodges and weaves. And he makes it all the way to the 47-yard line. It is a 41-yard kickoff return. That is Noah's longest of the year. So the Bruins will have it in excellent field position. You see him. If he hadn't been boxed over here in this corner, he was a threat to take this one all the way and still managed to get himself down to the 47. So a 41-yard return and 1st and 10 for the Bruins. And it's going to be Caden Creech again at quarterback, the sophomore, after that big blow that Corbin Howard took last week. Caden really got his, and here you go with Noah. Just had one guy to beat. He was tripped up. A gain of 15 on the play for the first down of the game. And Noah's going to be a threat to do that all night long. He went over 1,000 yards for the season last week against South Gibson, even though they were keying on him and kept him to 60 yards for the game. But tonight he may well have his way, and they're going to hand it right off to him again. We got a flag before we ever got the ball snapped. And that's going to be offsides against the Griffins. First penalty of the game. So that'll make it 1st and 5 as the ball is now moving inside to the 24. And here goes Noah again. And he goes around right tackle. I believe 10-5. It is 6 for the Bruins. And he nailed that right in 3 carries. And let's look at it again. He takes it on about the 28, and he just follows his blockers perfectly, and nobody can catch up to him. So 3 carries, 47 yards. Here's Cooper Sykes in for the kick. The winning TD was 24 yards, and 57 seconds into it, the Bruins have a 7-0 lead, and we'll be back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
3 plays, 47 yards, and the Bruins are on top 7-0. Made the first drive look easy, and here goes Cooper's kick. And this one is going to go back. It's going to bound out of bounds at the 17-yard line, so that will be a penalty. The ball will be brought out to the 35. So the Griffins will get relatively good field position. So at the 35, they will take control, and the Bruins defense in the second half last week was stellar. And also in the overtime period, in which they would not allow South Gibson to get into the end zone, forced them into a field goal attempt that was missed. So here we go. This is 3 wide receivers. You got 1 man in motion, and the snap. Jackson Jones handing it off. Straight up the middle to Jaden Smith. And Smith, let's look at this one once again, as he pretty much tries to take it up the middle. Did not have a lot of running room. Picks up 2. So they're at the 37, 2nd down and 8. They will likely keep it on the ground as much as possible tonight because of this driving rain. He's got one man in the backfield and had one man in motion and had 3 wide receivers, and he flips it out in the corner to Amir Wilson. And Wilson picks up to the 42, a gain of 5, so it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And you'll see them throw a lot of these passes out in the flat and attempting to see if they can get some of their runners to get additional yardage after the catch. That's really their stock in trade. 3rd and 3. This is a big one for the Bruins early on to get a stop. And they're going to hand it off up the middle, and nothing doing on the stop. Barrett Shelton and Joshua O'Neal. And look at that wall of iron for the Bruins, and there was just no stopping him. So a loss back, we'll call it to the 40. And they're back in punt formation. And he gets that little running rugby kick, and that one went off the side of his foot. And he slipped, and that's part of the things we're going to be dealing with tonight. This is a very slippery field. And so the punt actually only went 1 yard.
First down, USJ.
So the Bruins will have excellent field position once again at the Griffin 41. And Caden Creech, who led the Bruins to the tying touchdown and then led them to set up Cooper Sykes' winning field goal last week. He's in there to run the offense tonight. And he's got one of the nation's most dependable running backs right there with him. 2 men in the backfield, and they're just going to go right to Noah. And they got him over the right shoulder, but Noah picks up 3. Let's see, maybe 4. Let's see where they stop it as he wove his way down to the 37. 4 carries for 51 yards for Noah. Bruins have moved the ball very effectively from the outset. Got a wide receiver split out right. This time it's going to be a jet sweep for Noah, and he's working through his blockers once again. Gets down to about the 17. That's a pickup of 20.
First down, USJ.
And you can see how those blockers are opening the holes, and you see a couple of the pulling guards, and he just simply is dragging the tacklers. At the 17, 3rd first down for the Bruins. And here goes Noah once again. It's Noah right, Noah left, Noah up the middle, and he makes his way to the 9. A pickup of another 8. And they've got the rhythm going. 6 carries, 79 yards for Noah Spencer. It's 2nd down and 2. Actually, it's closer to about 1.5 yards. He's got 2 men in the backfield this time. And that one, they smelled that one out. It went to Alex Wallace, and he was creamed for about a 5, maybe even a 6-yard loss. Back at the 16, O.T. Odom on the tackle. He's the one that sniffed it out. So a loss of 7. So now a big 3rd down play. And he's got Noah split out wide right. It's an empty backfield. Now Noah's in motion. And there you go. Just flipped it. And in for the touchdown. Great little almost shovel pass to Miles Horton, and it is a 17-yard touchdown pass. Let's look at it once again. And he was taking his time and then just flipped it. And Miles Horton takes it in for the touchdown, and Bruins already in less than 6 minutes are up 13-0. Here's Cooper for the kick. And it's a low one, but it is good. So, Bruins making it look easy, up 14-0, 6:44 to go in the first quarter. More in a moment.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Let me tell you about the American dream. In 1974, I had $425 to my name. I bought 21 carpet remnants, rented an old lumber shed, and opened Deaton's Rug Barn on East College. I worked long hours with hope of taking care of my family. I'm so thankful to Jesus who changed my life. He gave me a dream. So in 1985, we opened Deaton's Carpet One on the 45 bypass with a commitment to customer satisfaction. My friends, don't give up on your dream, because your dream can come true.
At delivering. So the ground scooter is going to be spotted at the 6-yard line. So very deep in their own territory. And Bruins have them on the run very early on. And, of course, it was the most recent one, a 17-yard touchdown pass from Creech to Horton. And that is Caden's second touchdown pass of the season. So they are mired deep in their own territory. And they're going to hand it off, trying to go over right tackle. And a pickup maybe of 2 on the play. And that was Jaden Smith on the carry. Noah Britt came in on the stop. So the pickup is 3, we'll give him. Second down 7 at about the 9. The drive started on the 6. We got a few more of the USJ fans who have managed to slosh their way here into the stadium in Collierville tonight. And let's see. Looked like Barrett Shelton moved. Was he drawn offsides? And it is going to be offsides Bruins. So that is the second penalty of the night against the Bruins. So that is going to make it second down and 2, and trying to find an open place to run and nowhere to go for Jaden Smith once again. He got to the 15. So it's going to be third down and 2. That Bruin front line was just swarming him. They've thrown one screen pass tonight for 5 yards, but they have not been able to get much of an attack going, but this is their first opportunity for a serious first down. And they're back in the shotgun. And the handoff is going to go around right tackle, and he has fumbled it, and let's see who gets on it. Well, it's out of bounds, so it appears that the ball is going to stay with, and it's probably going to be a first down. That's the case again tonight. You look at all of the problems that everybody's having to hold on to it tonight, and that's because of this driving rainstorm that we're having. Nobody could get control, so give them a first down and give the yardage to Jaden Smith as he made it out to the 25. First down of the game for the Griffins. And they're going to split 2 receivers out left and 2 right. 1 man in the backfield and 1 man in motion. Taking a lot of time before the snap, and he's going to try to intercept it. And here they go. Down to the 10-yard line. About to the 11, and it was Miles Horton once again who comes up with it. He was trying to throw this one out in the flat to one of his backs, and look at how Miles Horton just gets the extension on it. We got a flag on the play, so let's hang on to see if this one's going to stand.
A block on the back, block in the back on USJ, now on the return.
Okay, an illegal block. The USJ is going to retain possession, but it's an illegal block in the back on the return. But there's still an excellent field position on the 20. So Bruins are threatening again to run it in for the 3rd time. And Creech back in the shotgun. And he's got 2 wide receivers left. And he fakes the handoff. And a little screen pass once again and trying to dart his way down. Did he get into the end zone? Yes! Touchdown, Alex Wallace. 20-yard touchdown pass. It was a perfect fake to Noah Spencer, and he had his man. The timing pattern was perfect, and he got to the 10, and he saw that he had the blocker right out in front of him. Great block by Drew English, and he darted his way into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Bruins are just dominating. And the extra point is good, and we have completed not even 8 minutes, and the Bruins are up 21-0.
Let me tell you about the American dream. In 1974, I had $425 to my name. I bought 21 carpet remnants, rented an old lumber shed, and opened Deaton's Rug Barn on East College. I worked long hours with hope of taking care of my family. I'm so thankful to Jesus who changed my life. He gave me a dream. So in 1985, we opened Deaton's Carpet One on the 45 bypass with a commitment to customer satisfaction. My friends, don't give up on your dream, because your dream can come true.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, I'm going to Jackson.
And here we go, and it is a short kick back to about the 20, but the Bruins are easily able to cover it at the 26. And just look at how this is driving. It's coming at you at about a 45-degree angle now, and it is all over these players. And just look at that. This is significantly heavier than when we first started tonight, when we first got in here into the booth. Thank goodness we're not on the roof of this press box. So they'll start at the 26. 2 touchdown passes tonight for Caden Creech. So the sophomore now with 3 for the season. And he just seems to be getting his confidence more and more. His timing with the pass patterns really on the money. All right, they got 3 wide receivers. They're going to try to take it up the middle once again, and a gain is about 2. And that was Finn Barry on the carry. Second down and 8 as they have moved it up to the 28. But if you missed our pregame, this is tough sledding for this St. George's team because they only have 30 players and they're only 4 seniors. So they don't have a great deal of depth out there. They got 3 wide receivers. They're going to go with a screen pass, and the Bruins just smelled that out. That's going to be a loss of a yard. It was completed to Finn Barry. Noah Spencer in on the tackle. Miles Horton also giving him a hand. But look at Noah just wrestle him down. So they're at the 29, and it is 3rd and 7. This is just a tough night altogether for the St. George's team. They're already having to climb down from a 21-0 deficit. And 3 wide receivers, 2 men in the backfield this time. Formation we haven't seen so far tonight, and going back to pass is Jones, and he flips it, and they dodge a tackler and manage to get a first down out of it as he completes it to Finn Barry, one of his fellow seniors. And he had to roll out to his right, and he finally got his receiver open where he wanted him. And managed to get to the 39, so it was a 10-yard gain and a first down for St. George's, its second of the evening. Once again, 2 men in the backfield, and let's see if somebody jumped. Ben Melton got a little bit anxious, but was he pulled off? Nope, they say that he jumped on his own. And usually when you see that, it's the cadence of the quarterback's count that makes a big difference. So the ball moves up to the 43. That is the 4th penalty of the evening against the Bruins. And they're going to spread 3 men out once again. They try to stretch the field as much as possible. 2 in the backfield. And this time only maybe about, and there's a flag on the play after it. There's a pickup maybe of about 6 yards, but let's see what the call is. Haven't seen the signal from the official yet. It's St. George's going back as if they anticipate the penalty. So you wipe out that gain, and it is holding, so it's a 10-yard penalty that will take the ball back to the 33. It'll still be first down. Getting close to the 1.5-minute mark here in the first quarter, and Bruins just, they're all over it tonight, 21-0. And the front line, just look at the power tackle that you had right there. A tremendous job from Mills Terry. And he was not going to be denied. So it is a loss on the play of about 3. They're back at the 34. Again, quarterback's got 2 men in the backfield. And he's going back to pass, and he is going to have to dodge his way out of it and finally gets it back up to about the 33. Nobody was open. And you got a little bit of chippiness right here, and I know there's probably frustration being in this current situation. So the pickup is to the 34. And Jackson Jones just had nowhere to go. Got it back to just about the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd down and 15, but we won't have another play as the rain continues to pelt us. It is at the end of the first quarter. USJ 21 and St. George's nothing.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting this broadcast. Jeremy Little, Shelter Insurance, 189 West University Parkway, Suite A, Jackson. Snyder Equipment, 1311 Lower Brownsville Road, Exit 74 on I-40.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Well, the Bruins did it all in the first quarter. 2 touchdown passes thrown by Caden Creech. Noah Spencer, a 24-yard run. Noah 6 carries, 79 yards, and the Bruins up 21-0. And they definitely are delivering this evening. And they're doing so in one of the most miserable evenings that you will ever see in West Tennessee. It's a 3rd and 15 now as we start the second quarter for the Griffins. Going back in the shotgun again. 1 man in the backfield this time and 3 wide receivers. And they're going to try and fumble. And this is a scrum down there, and you can see they're wrestling each other forward. I think St. George's got it back. So that makes it 4th and 15, and they will face the punt. And that's a loss of, that is going to be a loss of 3 on the play. So they're going back to punt, and Bruins have 1 man in single safety. Low snap, but he gets that running punt. And it's going to go dead at about the 49-yard line. So the Bruins, again, with another solid opportunity right here, just about at midfield. And they're going to spot it at about the 49.5. Well, we're going to say right at midfield. Let's say that. So the kick was only 16 yards. And here come the Bruins back out once again. Caden Creech doing a solid job after coming in relief last week after the injury to Corbin Howard, and just seems to have his confidence together. Here goes Noah Spencer, and he is darting up, and he had a lot of people swarming on him, but still managed to pick up 3 yards. And look at this on the replay, and he's trying to really jet sweep it around the left-hand side and then cut back. And they apparently were keying on him on that particular play. So it is a 2nd down and 7 from the 47-yard line. And looking back over for guidance from the sidelines. They've still got 17 on the play clock. And Noah is being chased deep in to his own territory, and look what he made out of it as he swept around the right-hand side and got to the 35-yard line. 6th first down of the game for the Bruins. Now look at this. This looked like he was going to be trapped for perhaps a 7 or 8 yard loss, and that's what you just simply call following your blockers and outmanning the rest of them. So a 12-yard gain for Noah. He's just short of 100. And the Bruins another 1st and 10. Creech back to throw. He's going to go for it all. And that may have been just because it was tipped a bit. Wallace Driver had it in his hands, and it just slipped away. This looked like Wallace was going to have his 2nd one of the evening, and his defender probably slowed him up a bit on that. But it was an admirable effort. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 35. And you got to figure from this point it's 4 down territory for the Bruins. And this time it's Noah once again as he stretches and weaves and makes his way down to the 31. So it'll be a 3rd down and 6. As he manages to plow his way down, and he just extends that body. 9 carries, 98 yards for Noah Spencer. That gets him over 1,100 for the season. And tonight he's been able to do pretty much what he wants to do with the ball. He hasn't been thrown for a loss at all yet. Empty backfield. Noah is going to be in motion. And this time he's going to throw it over the middle, first down. And Wallace Driver manages to swing it all the way down to the 21-yard line.
Wallace Driver is going to be brought down by Amir Wilson.
And look at him as he had plenty of time to throw. Excellent job. He credited, you saw him in the pregame show, he credited his offensive line for the way that they have blocked for him, giving him excellent pass protection. This time it's going to be Noah going right, trying to get between, and he got about all he could on that play, and that's no gain.
Noah Spencer going to be brought down to the big hit by number 56, James Moore.
And James Moore, the freshman, is the one who made the big hit on Noah this time.
Second down.
And he may be the biggest guy they have out there for St. George's. And actually probably a loss of 1 on the play. So that's the first negative carry for Noah tonight. Fake to Jackson Pugh's going to go deep into the end zone, and it is wide. And I think even if the defender had not been there, it was out of the range of Wallace Driver. They are in field goal range, though. And let's see. They're on the 22. Now, last week, of course, we weren't in a driving rain like this last week, but last week it was a 40-yard field goal that we had from Cooper Sykes, and this one, if they don't get the yardage here, would be a 39-yarder. So it's well within his range. Nobody in the backfield. And you got 5 wide receivers. There's the snap, and he's going to fire it. And it was in between, actually, 2 defenders. So that's going to make it a 4th down and 11. And so let's see if they go for it, if they're going to bring in Cooper to try a 39-yard field goal. Now, Noah's in there as well as Creech. So from what it's looking like right now, they're going to go for it. So this time, 4 wide receivers. You got Wallace Driver way left. They're going to rush him. And that's over the head of Noah Spencer. And so the ball goes over on downs. First time that has happened tonight for the Bruins. He was trying to get it to Noah Spencer. And he fired it, and it was just out of the range of Noah. Could he have come down with the first down on that? It's anybody's guess because there was a lot of traffic there, and he was so close to the sidelines. So far right now, Creech is 4 out of 8 passing for 61 yards, and Noah 10 carries for 97 yards in the game. Total offense for the Bruins, 151 yards, and only 24 for St. George's. And they take over at the 22. Jackson Jones in at the quarterback calling signals. He's got 3 wide receivers. And the handoff is going to go with just about nowhere to go. On top of that pile was Miles Horton. And that was Finn Berry on the carry. And he got maybe a yard out of that. So they're at about the 22 and a half. Bruins smash their way for 3 first-quarter touchdowns to take the lead 21-0. Miles Horton and Wallace Driver snatching 2 touchdown passes from Caden Creech. And Noah Spencer, a 24-yard run for a touchdown. All right, 2 men in the backfield. We've seen this formation a pretty good bit tonight. and tried to get a screen pass over on the left side to Bryant Barnes, but it was just too much out of his range. And he tried to swing that out. Of course, it would have been tough sledding because you saw who was over there right next to him that probably would have snuffed out that play. Again, as we've been showing you time and again tonight, this rain has not stopped. It is not in the forecast to stop before the end of this game. We got 6.5 left, and we've already played this in 36 minutes on the clock. And look at that one. And dropping it, not able to hold on to it. He thought he was able to get back up for it. It was Remy Luster, the freshman, and he did have a little bit of running room because the Bruins were bringing 4. And he was in between two guys in the secondary and just could not hold on to it. So they're going to have to punt. 25 yards in offense for St. George's tonight, only 2 first downs. The Bruins have 7. Going back in deep, punt formation. Bruins with the rush, it's blocked. And there you go, 27-0. Timing perfect. Miles Horton is all over it tonight. Got those hands up. The ball admittedly was not very high, but then he chased it all the way into the end zone, so the block punt. And with 6:16 to go here in the first half, Bruins have a chance to make it 28-0 as special teams makes the big difference. So Cooper's in to try the extra point. Good snap and good. So 28-0. Block punt makes all the difference, and we'll be back with more after this.
Hello, I'm Chad P. Wilson with Foundation Bank, a family-owned community bank here in West Tennessee. Your checking account should be more than just a place to store your money. Our foundation benefits with high-interest checking account pays you interest, but also includes identity theft monitoring, cell phone protection, and roadside assistance. Start a financial conversation with us today by visiting our website, foundationbank.org, or call us on the number on your screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Terms and conditions apply. Foundation Bank is a member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Well, this has been the Miles Horton Show tonight. 17-yard pass from Caden Creech in the first quarter, and then just scoring on a 14-yard run with a blocked punt. And he's also had an interception tonight. So this guy came to play, rain or shine, and you can see that it is not shine tonight. And here is the kick, and it's a ground scooter and picked up at the 25. And a gain of about 9 on the return for O.T. Odom, the junior. So they'll have what really looks like their best field position of the game at their own 34. But the Bruin defense has had an answer all evening long, and as we just saw, special teams. .608 to go. Remember, if there is a lead of 30 or more, when we go into the second half, we'll have a continuously running clock. Snap a little bit high and nowhere to go. That's a 2-yard loss for Jaden Smith. And terrific job on the tackle by Blaine Lafferty. He just spilled him. So 2nd down and 12. Call it at about the 32.5. And they're taking a lot of time between plays. He's got one man in the backfield right next to him and 4 wide receivers. But you can tell that has been tough for him. He finally gets it, and he goes out of bounds right at the 40. Pass completed to Finn Barry. So it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Bring up 3rd down and 5.
$29 yards total offense tonight for the Griffins. But this is an important 3rd down for them to stay respectable in the game as we get to the 5-minute mark in the first half. Again, another high snap, and there's going to be nowhere to go whatsoever for Jaden Smith as he loses probably 3. They're going to say back to the 38, so he loses 2.
Number 6, Ben Melton. 4th down.
Ben Melton was one of the ones in on the stop. So they've got a 4th down, going back to punt once again. This is their 3rd punt of the evening. And again, one man in single safety for the Bruins. And that rugby-style kick, this one gets up high. And Noah just takes a look at it and lets it roll, and it's going to stop at the 24. So with the roll, not a bad kick of 36 yards, and so the Bruins will take it over. They'll be in their weakest field position so far tonight, starting at their own 24, and here you go once again. This is what, when a hurricane, what's left of it, tropical depression now, this is what happens when it makes its way in 24 hours from Florida up to Tennessee. And I'm telling you, it is all over Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. There are flooding situations in a multitude of states. I don't know that I've ever seen one that has reached out to this many states as it has. Bruins with it, going right up the middle. Noah was trying to get free, and if he had had about one more man to get by, that might have been goodbye time. But no matter, he gets the 1st down and a pickup of about, let's say, 11 on the play. And that gets him over 100 for the evening. Noah again, the lone man in the backfield. They've got 2 wide receivers. As we get under 3.5 minutes in the first half, Noah's going to take it once again and push his way out to about the 38. So a pickup of 3. Noah 111 yards tonight so far. Odom was in on the tackle. 12 carries, 111 yards, a little bit more than 9 yards a carry tonight. 2nd down and 7. Bruins taking their time. They're just operating with total confidence tonight. And a pass out to the right-hand side, and they say that his knee was down when he caught it, unfortunately. He dropped to one knee. The pass was to Alex Wallace. Let's look at it again. And you can see this. He dropped to the knee and couldn't hold on to it, so it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play. 3rd down now. They have to get. Let's take a look where it is. They have to get to the 43. And with 2:22 to go, we got an official timeout. And I'm not sure what his signal is here. Paul Schultze, our executive producer, says, well, I thought he was just saying hello to us. Anyway, the play, I think there is a problem with the play clock. So they're trying to get that settled. And he's come over here to try to have a brief conversation with the folks in the press box. Boy, don't you know those guys will be glad to get a shower when they get home because they are going to be thoroughly soaked. All right, once again, it is going to be 3rd down and about 10. They have to get to the 43 for a first down. Now, here we go. Wind the clock time. And he fakes it to Noah. And the pass goes. Can he get? Yes, he's made it over for the first down, and it was Alex Wallace. So Alex gets it across to the, as he picks it up there, and look at how he just extends that body because he sees that sideline yard marker, and he makes it to the 42, so give him 13 on the play. Bruins operating from their own 47 with just over a minute and a half remaining in the first half. Not handing off to Noah. It's going to be thought it was going to be a screen pass and a little accidental collision there. Mills Terry. And that was never intended to go to Noah. And that was simply a case. That ball was not quite right in the breadbasket, as I know that Caden would have liked. So it's 2nd down and 10 from the 47. Caden 6 of 11 for 73 yards in tonight's game. But he's been operating this offense with total confidence this evening. This time it is going to be Jackson Pugh. And you don't lose anything when you get Jackson in there. And he powers his way to about the 46 of St. George's as he keeps spinning and turning. So Jackson picks up 8. It's 3rd down and 4. They've got to get to the 43. And we're at 1 minute to go. And trying to push between the blockers and moving in for the first down. So Noah powers his way down to the 38. And you can see that as he just bulls his way inside. He knows exactly where those blockers are. Makes it down to the 38. 10 first downs now for the Bruins. Got timeout. Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be right back.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Oh, here we go. Bruins at the 38 of St. George's and trying to extend this 28-0 lead. Caden Creech has been terrific at quarterback tonight, and he fires it long, and it is complete. Mills Terry snags it in and gets another first down at the 26. Pickup of 12 as Mills puts it away, and that's 11 first downs for the Bruins. Time is going away, though. They're at 26, 25, 24. And he's going back to pass, going to try to go for it all. It's Mills once again. It's the first down. They're going to have to get a timeout. And they did. And this was a bullet. He just got it right in between those defenders, and there were 3 in the vicinity of Mills Terry, and gets it down to the 12-yard line. So let's take another timeout. We'll be right back.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
We got 15 seconds left in our continuing shower here this evening with a little football thrown in as the Bruins have dominated from the get-go. They have it now at the 12. Caden Creech with 98 yards passing, and he's going to go for it all. And in the end zone, it is Mills Terry for the touchdown. And how about that? It was meant for Mills all the way, and he completely faked out his defender and just jumped high. Mills has that size to make it happen. It's 34-0 Bruins.
Hang out at halftime so we can show them a little love.
9 out of 14 for 110 yards tonight for Caden Creech. And here goes the extra point. And as usual, it's good. 8 seconds remaining in the first half. Bruins up 35-0.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitscapes, let's build something beautiful.
Great American Sports, make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson, we specialize in team sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your team sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports, make sports an addiction.
Well, they didn't register the extra point, and I did not see a no good signal from the officials, and this is going to be another ground scooter. And just taking it down at the 25-yard line, they didn't want to run a risk of perhaps a fumble here this late, and you can see a little frustration setting in a bit on the Griffins' part. So 34-0, although we thought it was 35 because we did not see the no good signal from the official on the extra point. They did give the good signal, so we're going to say it's 35 even though your board here says 34. So they'll have time basically for one play, and we'll see whether they just take a knee. And he's going to have a loaded backfield this time. This is an old-fashioned formation. And instead, there was every good reason for it because he decided to take a loss of 4 on the play. And that is the end of the first half. It's been all Bruins. The scoreboard is, in fact, wrong. It is 35-0. Bruins on top. We're going to take a break for you to visit with our sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll have the halftime statistics.
For more than 60 years, King Tire Company has been your go-to source for quality tires and dependable auto care. Our Airways Boulevard location in Jackson has proudly served the community for decades, delivering the excellence you've come to rely on. Whether you need tires, oil changes, alignments, brakes, and more, King Tire Company has you covered. All tire sizes, ATV to light truck and beyond. Visit our Airways Boulevard location in Jackson today. King Tire Company, where long-standing tradition meets exceptional service.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitscapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor entertaining needs. After installation is complete, we provide annual maintenance for all of your lawn care and landscaping needs. Fitzcapes, let's build something beautiful.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory. No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
At Foundation Bank, we love working with small businesses, and we serve them uniquely through truly local decision-making and underwriting. But we're more than a lender for your small business. We're also a source of financial counsel. Hey, running a small business can be hard and complex, but we can help. Let us learn more about your small business by visiting our website. It's foundationbank.org, or call us at the number on the screen. In the meantime, God bless you.
Foundation Bank is a member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Cody Fitz with Fitzcapes. Our business's focus is on building your dream yard at your dream home. When designing our backyards, we always like to start with our pool and patio areas first. Then we complement that with the landscaping, and we finish with the lawn for all of the outdoor.
Dynamics Physical Therapy, your elite provider in sports medicine and performance. Now serving communities throughout West Tennessee.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, "I'm going to Jackson."
Beauty House Social. Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for supporting this broadcast. Jeremy Little, Shelter Insurance, 189 West University Parkway, Suite A, Jackson. Snyder Equipment, 1311 Lower Brownsville Road, Exit 74 on I-40.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Are you looking to build a career? Build a career with West Tennessee's own H&M Company. H&M is a leading coast-to-coast industrial design and construction firm for Fortune 500 companies. Founded in Milan in 1957 and headquartered in Jackson, H&M is actively hiring in all areas of construction and engineering. Visit us at hmcompany.com to start building your career today.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory. Buy a car in your bikini. Buy a truck in your jammies. Buy an SUV in your, well, no matter what you're wearing or not. Shop JonesChevroletHumboldt.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Well, here we are in our nice, comfortable press box where we don't have to be out in all of this mess that's here tonight and has really ravaged the southeastern part of the country and now above that in the course of the last 24 to 30 hours. But tonight, it's making no difference with the Bruins as they took control. Really, they scored in the first 57 seconds of the game, and they lead it 35-0 at halftime, which means we're going to have a continuously running clock in the second half. And for the fans who have braved it to be out here tonight, and I got to salute the St. George's folks. They made some provisions. This is homecoming night, and they had their homecoming court, who usually this is such a wonderful event for them. So they had to introduce them in some closed vehicles that they brought around to the perimeter of the field. And at least they had an opportunity to be recognized and to be introduced. But right now, we want to show you what the stats look like, and it's all in the favor of the Bruins. So let's take a look and see what our halftime statistics are going to tell you. USJ totally dominating in first downs, 14-2. Caden Creech, 9 of 14 passing tonight for 110 yards. For St. George's, Jackson Jones, 4 out of 7 with 1 interception, and that was one in which, I tell you, this has been a night and a half for Miles Horton because he's had 2 touchdowns himself, 1 on special teams, and then came away with the interception. 22 yards passing for Jackson Jones. It's just been a tough night against the Bruin defense all across the board. Rushing, Bruins 16 carries for 136 yards, and that includes 122 of that total for Noah Spencer, and he has done that. I'm trying to make quick math here. 13 carries for 122 yards rushing, and that is, again, you do the math on that, a little more than 9 yards a carry, and that gets him up to 1,132 yards on the season. It's been a tough night. 13 carries for 1 yard for St. George's. Then return yards, the Bruins, 47 yards returning, and that includes that block punt that Horton just came up with and just did a terrific job all the way across the board. That was with 6:16 to go in the second period. And then punting, the Bruins haven't had to do it at all. 3 for 17.7 yards. The rough one was they had one in which the punter just absolutely had it go off the side of his foot in all of this wet rain, and it was only a 1-yard punt. So 3 for 17.7 yards. Penalties, Bruins have been penalized 38 yards, but it hasn't really hurt them tonight. 15 yards for St. George's. So those are your Worthy Road Studios halftime statistics. Let me ask my guys right here, do we have the replay for you? I tell you what, let's give you the halftime. Look back at all of our first half highlights here again on this halftime show brought to you by King Jewelers, and here we go. Here's Noah Spencer, and this was in the first minute of the game as he takes it in 24 yards for a touchdown, and the extra point was good to make it 7-0. 3 plays, 47 yards on that drive. And now here goes Caden Creech as he does a little flip, and look who fires his way into the end zone for that. That's none other than Miles Horton for a touchdown. 17-yard pass play. And here you go. Watch the flip this time, and it is Miles Horton as he swarmed under. Fakes the handoff, and now look at the pass right here for Alex Wallace. And he takes it in for a touchdown. So Alex getting into the receiving core. Here's the block punt. Miles Horton once again, special teams makes the effort, and he does the dance in the end zone as the Bruins go up 28-0. And then late in the half, finding his man, Mills Terry once again, who leaped high for a 12-yard touchdown pass from Creech, who has had 3 touchdown passes this evening, and that gives him 4 since he came in to take over for the injured. And we want to say a very, very special encouragement. We hope that without any question whatsoever that the first-team quarterback on this ball club, and I can tell you it was a tough thing for us to watch last week, but we are really hoping that you're going to see Corbin Howard back in the lineup very, very soon. But I know that he is very happy to see how Caden Creech is performing in his absence. Well, we want to go back and look, in case you weren't with us in our pregame show, we want to go back and take a look at what it was like last week in which the Bruins were forced to win a game in a different way than they have any other time this season so far. This is week 6. But they were forced to grunt it out and go to overtime and to do it in a defensive game, and they proved they could do it. So let's go back and look at those highlights from last week against South Gibson. A 31-yard field goal to win it. Place down, kick up. Good! Just some may have turned pessimistic. Cooper Sykes put smiles on every USJ fan's face with this 31-yard game winner over South Gibson.
Well, I was shaking. I was coming on the field. I was completely shaking. But the main thing I thought was I'm not going to let the guys who I've grown up with for 14 years, play football with, lose their game against South Gibson when we want to get that revenge from last year. So the only thing that was going through my mind was win. That was all that I really thought about.
Once again, Cooper Sykes. Earlier, Sykes put USJ on the board with a 40-yarder. It would have been good from 50. Good! Which was the tougher for you, taking that shorter field goal at 31 or the longer one at 40?
Oh, definitely the 31. For the win, it's just a little different pressure. You can practice all you want on the practice field and up at USJ, but it's different. It's different under the lights.
This hit chilled the hearts of the Bruin faithful as quarterback Corbin Howard was knocked out of the game. That left the keys in the hands of sophomore Caden Creech.
It's probably my offensive line. My offensive line, they got it done. They get it done every week in, week out. So, I have to give it all to them.
In the fourth quarter, Caden and it's a screen pass out to the right. And picking up and laying down. There goes Noah Spencer. 20, 15, 10, 5. We've got a brand new ball game.
For you. I mean, I rep it too. You know, you could see me. I was out on the field. I was running around. You know, it's just a fun experience.
I was like, we've been waiting. We couldn't break through the offense, and finally I see a hole. Alex stood blocking on the perimeter, and I ran down the sideline. All the fans getting out. It was like, proud to be on this team.
And on a night when Noah was held to 60 yards rushing, he never doubted the resolve of his teammates.
It means everything. It shows how we grit. We don't give up. We keep playing. We keep fighting. We have the pressure to play through it. It's amazing. We got a great team.
Congratulations.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
At the Willows, we believe that your loved one should feel at home. Our boutique assisted living community provides top-tier, personalized care in a comfortable and welcoming setting. With the support of trusted physicians, nurses, and staff, we ensure every resident feels cherished. Learn more at willowsofjackson.com or call 731-207-0686. That's 731-207-0686. The Willows, because family matters.
As always, we thank our fine sponsors for their support of USJ football and USJ athletes and athletics in general. As the clock ticks down before we start the second half, Bruins dominating 35-0 as we went through on the highlight package a moment ago. It started out 57 seconds into the game, Noah Spencer on a 24-yard run. It was a 47-yard drive in 3 plays, 7-0. And then there it is. You see it again. It's not snow, folks. This is just plain out and out tropical rain that is what is part of the remnants of Helene. And that's what they've been playing in tonight. It hasn't bothered the Bruins one bit. And then we got almost halfway through the first quarter, and it was Miles Horton taking a 17-yard touchdown pass from Caden Creech. And Sykes' extra point was good to make it 14-0. And then with 4:11 left in the first period, it was Alex Wallace on a 20-yard pass from Creech to make it 21-0. And then 6:16 left to go in the second quarter. It was Horton once again, this time a scoop and score, a 14-yard run with a blocked punt. And Sykes was true, as he usually is, 28-0. And then with 8 seconds to go in the first half, it was Miles Terry, and he leaped high to pick up a 12-yard pass, third touchdown pass of the night for Caden Creech, and it's 35-0. And I will say there are about 40 USJ fans who have made the journey. They have been stalwarts. They are here with the big umbrellas and a lot of the rain protective gear tonight, and we thank them for making this trip. But for those of you, and I know it is tough to get out in this kind of weather, we're glad you're watching with us tonight, because this is one where it has been the Bruins putting on a show. And this second half should end in relatively short order, because we will be going with a continuously running clock. Noah Spencer tonight, 122 yards on 13 carries, and that gets him on the season to 1,142 yards. He has a chance to go over 1,200 tonight and get back over the 200-yard-a-game average. I know he's not thinking about that whatsoever. It's just a basis for him maintaining that, because he got national recognition last week coming into the game, in which he was number 9 in high school rushers. And this halftime show has been brought to you by King Jewelers for custom jewelry and repairs in Jackson. It is King Jewelers. And we are about set to go. This is unfortunately, not going to be a very happy homecoming night for St. George's, because it would take a modern-day miracle to come from behind 35-0. But as we mentioned when we came into the telecast tonight, it is very tough for them and for their coach, who was named the permanent head coach this year, to rebuild this program. He has only 30 active players out there and only 4 seniors. So everything is a challenge as you go down the journey on all of this. And for the Bruins, this has been a year in which they have, in the second year under Derek Pritchard, have begun to feel very comfortable with his system. And after this one is over with, Bruins will be 6-0 on the season. So this looks like another big playoff run for the Bruins this year, and this year they are hopeful that it will go more than just one game. But I can tell you, Derek is telling them, and there's no question about it, Derek is telling all of them, hey, this is just game 6. We got 4 more to go, and we got to take them one at a time, not 4 in a bunch. He's no different than any other coach is in that category. A couple of other points tonight that will bring your way. Receiving, Mills Terry has had 2 catches for 25 yards. And Horton has had 2 carries for 37 yards. And, of course, he's also had that interception that snuffed out one of the few moderate successful drives for St. George's, and players are coming back out here trying to get ready. I think they're ready to go ahead and kick this thing off, and Bruins will receive it. No, they will not. They will kick it off here to start the... We had those confusing signals at the beginning of the game, but Cooper's going to kick this one off because the Griffins deferred the option to the second half. The initial signal we received was that the Bruins had done that, but that all got changed. Really doesn't matter. And Bruins very relaxed, energetic. We haven't had any serious crises on the field this week, and that's a good thing. And tonight the Bruins have put a lot of total offense in the first half, 246 yards. And that's as opposed to 23 for St. George's. So we have reset the clock, and the official's about to give the signal, and Cooper will do the kicking. And you got to believe this is probably going to be another ground scooter. And they're off. And that gets in between the receivers. He is at the 22 and is spilled at the 30. And in on the tackle was Bradley Stamper. So an 8-yard return, and that is where the Griffins will take it, and the clock will be running continuously. The only time it will stop will be for a timeout. So the ball is spotted at the 30, and here we go. Jackson Jones will be in to call the signals. And 3 wide receivers, 2 men in the backfield. And the handoff is going to go nowhere, in fact, only in reverse, as they were just swarmed under on that carry by Jaden Smith, and that's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Ben Melton was one of the ones in there, and also you saw Miles Horton. He's just doing it on both sides of the ball tonight. So this one is going to tick off rather quickly. We're only at 8:20 on the actual Central Daylight Time clock right now. This time they're going to split out 3 wide receivers left and 1 right. And this time he's going to call his own number. He faked handing off to Smith and called his own number, but only could manage a yard out of it. And Miles Horton again on the tackle. Boy, is he really he's personally not bucking for it, but is he showing us a lot for player of the game honors tonight with the way that he has performed on both sides of the ball? So they're at the 29, 3rd and 11, and there's just no sense of urgency on the part of the Griffins tonight. I think in this miserable weather, they'd just be ready to get this one over with. Get on with the homecoming activities. One man in motion. And he gets the clap, and look at the big rush coming on. He darts away from 2 defenders and finally is dragged down by the jersey by Alex Wallace after a pickup of about 4 yards. And it's 4th down and about 6.5. Jones has had to just find anything he could for open field, and it just hasn't been there. So punt time once again. This will be the 4th one of the night for the Griffins. One man in deep safety for the Bruins, the left footer. And this one is going to go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So about a 28-yard kick. And the Bruins again will have it in excellent field position, 62 yards away from pay dirt. And in case you wonder, if one team has a lead of 30 or more at halftime, then you have a nonstop clock in the second half except for when somebody calls a timeout. So Creech back in quarterback, and it is Noah in the backfield with him. And you might believe they'll just keep the ball on the ground as much as possible. That's how they're going to start it out, and Noah makes his way to the 41 for a pickup of 3. 2nd down and 7, Remy Lester on the tackle. He's been an impressive freshman out here for this Griffins team tonight. Same formation. They've got 2 wide receivers. And Noah is going to try to stretch his way and does for the first down. Gets to about the 48. 15th first down of the night for USJ. Look at how he carries those defenders one right after the other. So a pickup of 10 for Noah. And trotting off the field is James Moore, another one of the 11 freshmen on this St. George's team. And with this nonstop clock, this third quarter is whipping by very quickly. Again, Noah in the backfield, and he's going to take it, drops it, and finally has to take a 2-yard loss on it. So the ball is going to be spotted back at the 39, so it will be a 4th down. So checking in to punt. And going back deep is Cooper Sykes. It's only the second time that the Bruins have had to give up the ball on downs tonight. Perfect snap. And he rifles that one deep, and it is going to roll, and they're not going to try to take it. Amir Wilson took a look at it, and that one is rolling all the way back to the 12-yard line, and they were trying to wave it over as if a fan was going to move it even more so. Excellent punt, 49 yards. So the Griffins will have it with by the time they snapped this ball, probably be 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter. It was 35-0 at halftime. Bruins were up 21-0 at the end of the first quarter, and then added 2 more touchdowns, one on special teams, in the second period. So they are at the 12. And once again, they've got 4 wide receivers. And the handoff just goes nowhere, no gain at all for Jaden Smith. Blaine Lafferty in on the tackle, and he just did it all by himself. Jack Bergman also in to help. And they are, again, they're not in any hurry to get off a play. I don't want to suggest that they're waving the white flag on this, but there's just not any kind of urgency to get up over the ball. Down 35-0. And the snap, and he's in trouble. He's going to have to run. Left-hander throws it low, and it was out of the range of his intended receiver, Judah Fisher, another one of the freshmen.
Number 14, Judah Fisher, and hey, folks, there comes our homecoming queen, Wilson Young.
And you can see he switched hands on that, and it was just very difficult for Fisher to have any opportunity at all to pick that one up. So they have it 3rd down and 11 at the 12. Just been a tough night all around for them. 25 yards in total offense. And the handoff, and again, he faked it, and the pass was over the head of Jack Walliver, a junior receiver. So it's 4th down and 11. And it was just, he was on the run trying to escape those rushers and just too high and beyond the range of his intended receiver, Walliver. So 4th and 11. And they're taking their time. The play clock is not running. Standing in his end zone about 2 yards deep. And the left-handed kick. And it's going to get a little bit of a roll. And actually a very good St. George's roll to the 49-yard line. So it is a 37-yard punt. So he's getting his average back up a little bit after that rough first half punting. He's had a couple of good ones here in the second half. So the Bruins, again, great field position with less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter as we are at the Griffin 49. And they're striking up Gloria Gaynor with I Will Survive in the background. My director, Billy Bolin II, one of his all-time favorite hits. He would have sung along, but he was afraid that you folks would think that he was showing off too much. 5-yard gain on the play for Jackson Pugh as he gets down to the 44. And Jackson, we've seen him get on the engine and crank the car up and be very successful on a number of occasions this season. We're down now close to the 1 minute mark. And he's going to take off, and that's it. Goodbye, goodbye, and how do you do? 44-yard touchdown run for Jackson Pugh, and that's what he does. You have Noah Spencer not in the game, and what do you see? There he goes. He's in the secondary. Just say, give him a wave, and nice to see you tonight, and come back to see us every chance you get. So here comes Cooper Sykes in for the extra point. 41-0. The Bruins have just had their way tonight. And punches that one through, 42-0. So let's take a break. By the time we come back, the third quarter will be over, and we'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this.
Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction. Located at 125B Old Hickory Boulevard, East in Jackson. We specialize in team sports for youth leagues, schools, and churches. We can embroider and screen print team uniforms. We also have sports equipment, Under Armour, and Adidas clothing, and anything else you need for your team sports. You can email or call us for all your team sports needs. Great American Sports. Make sports an addiction.
There are your Bruin fans who have braved it out here tonight. You see the USJ and Tennessee logo umbrellas. And even though they are getting sloshed even under the umbrellas, they're having a ball here tonight. They are enjoying seeing their Bruins on the way to going 6-0 on the season. And honestly, another thing they won't complain about is they're going to get home early, because with this continuously running clock, this game probably is going to be over with by 8:45. Steve Beverly back with you with the fourth quarter of play, and the Bruins will kick it off. And I think we've probably seen the last of Noah Spencer tonight. I don't want to absolutely say that. They might put him in for a play here and there, but with Jackson getting that touchdown run, we'll probably say that is Noah has had his swan song tonight, 133 yards on the evening, and that gets him to 1143 for the season. And Cooper ready to kick off for the Bruins. And that's a little bit of the extra wind that we have here tonight that blew that one over. And another ground scooter that goes right by one of the receivers and finally is picked up by Jaden Smith back at about the 25-yard line. So that's where St. George's will begin. If nobody calls a timeout in this one, according to our official clock here, it will be over with by about 8:43. And my replay operator, Christopher Reasons, he's disappointed about that because he wanted the game to last to 8:46.
Sweet Lala's Bakery offering custom cakes and cookies is a proud sponsor of the
But this is a game in which the Bruins have really contributed in every facet of the game. They've scored on runs. They have scored on special teams. 3 touchdown passes from Caden Creech tonight. That has to tremendously boost his confidence. All right, they've got 2 wide receivers and 1 man in the backfield. That's going to be Jaden Smith, pardon me. And Smith gets it. This time we didn't see the 5. That's Remy Luster who came up with that one and picked up. Well, let's see. Are they going to give him? He had very, very little move, and so he actually lost about 1 on the play. 2nd down and 11. Clock continues to roll. Bruins were up 35-0 at halftime. They did score 1 right at the tail end of the first half. And the handoff again this time. And, hey, he may be away down to the 45 and finally driven down from behind by Bradley Stamper. That was the biggest play of the evening for the Griffins. Now, remember, he started at his 24, and the blocking allowed him to get free and finally knocked down after a 42-yard run. So Remy Luster finally put some luster into the offense for St. George's as they get all the way down to the 23-yard line on that 42-yard pickup. And don't you know they would like to at least punch one across here late in the fourth quarter. and trying a little bit of a sweep, but that was upended very, very quickly by Pierce Smith, the junior. And that's second down, and he actually lost a yard on that play. So second down and, well, let's call it 11 from the 34. And the snap and the handoff, and going over left tackle, but swarmed under by both Pierce Smith and Gavin Reynolds. Pickup of 2. So they have tried to ride the horse of Remy Luster on the last few plays, including the one that he picked up 42 on. That was only the third first down of the game for St. George's. USJ has had 16. Remember, clock doesn't stop if the ball goes out of bounds or if you have an incomplete pass. Only if one of the teams calls a timeout or if you have an injury. High snap, and that is sheer defense by Xander Koch. And he knocked him all the way back to the 37 for a loss of 4. And that was Will Miraglia on the carry. And it is 4th and 15. And we are almost halfway through this fourth period of play. And they're going to go for it, and nobody can blame them whatsoever. Even though it is 4th and 15, they have to get to the 24. And that one was just sheer rushing on the part of the Bruins to interrupt that attempt to toss that one. And you can see Pruitt was looking for Remy Lester once again and just could not find him because he had 2 rushers right in his face, and he had to get rid of that ball very, very quickly. So the Bruins will take it over with about 6.5 minutes to go, and I'm guessing they're not going to snap it until we get to about right at 6. They're not even running the play clock now. So once again, you got 3 wide receivers, 1 man in the backfield. High snap, and just having to fall on it was Caden Creech. And no, they say that he did not fall on it, and it is going to be a touchdown. Finn Barry with the recovery. And that turns out to be a 20-yard scoop and score, and now, one of the other officials, they didn't stop that play. Now, let's look at this once again. It was a little bit too high, and so what happens is it was actually picked up by Drew Davis, and he was smacked from behind, but I think the official said the ball was down, so wipe out that fumble recovery for a touchdown. The ball is at the 26-yard line. But the Bruins are going to have second down, and let's just say it's going to be second down and 12. Got 1 man in the backfield. Now they wind it up. And trying to weave his way and just swarmed under. It was Drew Davis on the carry. And Drew was trying to find an opening, but absolutely clobbered by Finn Barry. So they are back on the 23, so it is third down now and 15. Bruins exchanging personnel as we get down close to the 4-minute mark. Once again, you've got 3 wide receivers. And the handoff goes for about maybe 2, possibly 3 yards to Jackson Pugh. And it's 4th down.
Carry can be brought down by number 11, Jack Wolliver. 4th down.
So the Bruins will have to punt. This is only the 2nd time tonight. The first time out was a big 49-yarder. They've got one man deep to receive, and he's going to take all the time that he wants before that ball is snapped. Here we go. And an end-over-end kick that is going to drop dead at about the 47-yard line. So a 30-yard punt. And right at the 47, that's where the Griffins will take it over, and they will have approximately, by the time they snap this ball, they'll have approximately 2.5 minutes to see if they can move the ball in for at least one respectability touchdown.
Paving, a proud sponsor of our Heart of a Griffin Turf Field project, and St. George's. The Madison family McDonald's.
Noah Spencer tonight. And got to tally his number of carries. 16 carries, 133 yards, an average of 8 yards and change per carry. And Jackson Pugh tonight, 4 carries for 60 yards. And we're under 2.5 minutes. Bruins playing a lot of their younger players in here now on defense. And trying to weave his way around the tacklers is Remy Luster. They have really relied on him since he came into the game. And he picks it up. He got 9 yards on the carry, so it is 2nd down and 1 from the Bruin 44. But time ever so tenuously ticking away. It has been a thoroughly dominant performance by the Bruins tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts. When they scored their first touchdown, and we were barely, not even a minute into the game, and so the quarterback, Thomas Pruitt, who is a freshman, he decides to carry it himself, and the clock continues to run. And we've got a timeout called. There is a flag, and that's one of the other things that'll, nope, they're going to continue to run it. There was a flag on the play, and it may have been holding because they are moving back as if they are anticipating the penalty. And we may not get another playoff. Dead ball foul, personal foul. 15-yard penalty. And you had a player ejected from the game. So we may not have another play run. At most, we're going to see one, but they are going to move that ball back to the 39-yard line. And with less than half a minute, they're going to have to back up the ball. We'll see one more play get off. So it's all or nothing right here for the Griffins. And the handoff goes to Luster once again. He picks up finally about 5. And that's going to do it. Game, set, and match. And the Bruins scoring 57 seconds into the contest. They have dominated it all the way, and they win it 42-0. And they are 6-0 on the season. We'll take a break, and then when we come back, we'll wrap it up with the the post-game statistics, and we'll see you for that in just a moment.
Hey Jackson, Chuck Hutton, Tennessee's trusted name in automotive excellence, is proud to announce the grand opening of Chuck Hutton Nissan, now open at the I-40 and 45 bypass right in the heart of Jackson. Come see why Chuck Hutton has been the go-to destination for car buyers in Memphis for over 100 years. Now we're bringing that same dedication and experience to Jackson. Come experience the Chuck Hutton difference for yourself. Chuck Hutton Nissan will have you saying, "I'm going to Jackson."
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Why rent an apartment when you can lease a home? The Summit in Jackson offers 2 and 3 bedroom single-family homes with lots of amenities. Enjoy the comfort and space in a gated community with smart technology, ADS security, and no maintenance. Short and long-term leases are available, so visit our website or call to schedule your tour today at the Summit in Jackson.
No matter where you are, you can shop 24/7 at HumboldtDodgeChryslerJeep.com with the area's largest used car inventory.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
For over 60 years, King Tire Company has been a trusted name in quality tires and auto care, proudly serving the Jackson community for decades from our Old Hickory Boulevard location with tires, alignments, oil changes, AC repairs, brakes, belts, hoses, radiator repair, and more. King Tire Company delivers the expertise and reliability you can depend on. Visit King Tire Company on Old Hickory Boulevard in Jackson today, where decades of experience meet top-notch service.
Beauty House Social. Jackson's premier blowout bar and full-service salon and med spa. From lashes and facials to cosmetic injections and lasers, we have it all. Let's be social.
Well, the time of our game tonight, 1 hour and 43 minutes, and that included halftime. That's because you had a nonstop clock in the second half. I can tell you the rain has not really subsided. It is still coming down substantially here as it did all game long. But the Bruins, 6-0 on the season now, and coming down to the home stretch of their schedule. 16 first downs tonight for the Bruins, 3 for St. George's. The defense was really all over it. Passing yards, USJ had 9 of 14 from Caden Creech. He threw 3 touchdown passes. And total yardage, let's see, I think we've got, 110 yards. I should say 110 yards passing instead of, that's a former rushing total there. 110 yards passing for Creech and the Bruins. 22 yards for St. George's. In rushing tonight, the Bruins, I tell you what, we got a couple of categories that are incorrect here, so let's see if we can get those straight. In rushing yardage, it's 25 carries for 183 yards for the Bruins. That's up there. Billy, you got that up there where the passing is. You just need to wake up. That's what it is. Anyway, all right. Rushing tonight, it is the one that you see. The number should be the one that says by yards passing. 25 carries for 183 yards. And out of that, 17 carries for 133 yards for Noah Spencer. He had 1 touchdown. Had the, as you always know, that gives him 18 touchdowns on the season. He had the first touchdown of the game on a 24-yard run. And for St. George's, 24 rushes for 55 yards. USJ had the edge in return yardage, 61-17. In punting, averaged 39.5 yards in their 2 punts for St. George's, 5 punts for 23.6. And in penalties, this was a night that is a little different than what we've seen in the season. The Bruins have only 38 yards in penalties to 45 for the Griffins. Let me run down very quickly your scoring in tonight's game. It started in the first quarter, 57 seconds into the game, Noah Spencer, a 24-yard run. Sykes the kick to make it 7-0. 3 plays, 47 yards on the drive. And then about 3 1/4 minutes later, 6:44 to go in the first period, it was Miles Horton snagging a 17-yard pass from Caden Creech, one of 3 TD passes tonight for the sophomore. The kick made it 14-0. And then late in the first quarter, it was Alex Wallace catching a 20-yard pass from Creech. Sykes again the kick to make it 21-0. Then we got to the second period, 2 more touchdowns for the Bruins as they made it 35-0 at halftime. 14-yard run for Alex Horton with a blocked punt. So the special teams contributed tonight. And Miles with, I said Alex Horton, I meant Miles Horton. Miles with 2 touchdowns on the evening, 1 with a pass catch and 1 with a run, scoop and score with a block punt. And then with 8 seconds left in the half, Mills Terry leapt high for a 12-yard touchdown pass from Creech. That made it 35-0. And then the clock just continuously runs in the second half, and the only score, Jackson Pugh on a 44-yard run to make it 42-0. And that was late in the third quarter, and that was it for the most part. 42-0 is your final. And Noah Spencer now on the season, 1,143 yards rushing, and another solid performance by the guy who was pressed into service last week, Caden Creech, the sophomore, as he ended up with 3 TD passes, and 4 he has on the entire season. So we'll be back with you again next week for Week 7, and the Bruins continue on their winning ways tonight, 6-0 despite the miserable weather that's the remnants of Hurricane Helene. We're going to get out of here and go home, and I hope all of you have a fabulous weekend wherever you are, and so until we're with you next week, let's take a look at those who have made tonight's program possible. BB2, Billy Bolin II, is your director. On camera is our executive producer, Paul Schultze, and on replays, the incomparable Christopher Reasons. And so until we're with you again next week, this is Steve Beverly saying so long from Collierville, Tennessee.
Award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
Downtown